2002 Ford Mustang GT. Yesterday I had one of my hoses break. It is the heater hose with the quick connect that goes right to the heater wall right up here. Have to zoom in a little bit, get closer. It's right here. There's two hoses that come into here. Yesterday one of mine disconnects, so I got a brand new hose for that. Whenever I was taking the old hose off, I ended up breaking this hose. So I ended up ordering a new hose. Let me get it real quick. Stay right there. So I ended up getting a second hose with another disconnect on it. So this morning I came out here and I said, all right, this ain't going to take me too long. I'll just pop this thing right on here. And then as I was loosening the clamp on this side that goes to the intake manifold, what I found is I found this. My actual coupling that is supposed to be right there was all rotted out and came right off the car. It's like gone. So I looked online to try to see if I could find, is there any way to fix that? I don't want to replace the manifold on the car. I mean, we're talking $300, $400. I don't want to do all the labor. It's just too intense. So I saw a couple videos on there and they told me a little bit, but to heat up this and drill that and all this other stuff. So what I did is I decided to go down to my Ace Hardware and see what I could find to fix it. So one of the things I ended up getting a plastic coupling. Figured I could take that and get it down in there. It can handle the heat, handle the pressure. So I checked it. The size is actually 3/4. 3/4 on the size. So I checked it. It looks like it wants to go down in there. It'll just give me a lot of resistance on going down. So one of my things I was thinking is maybe I could heat it up and then I could just press it down in there, and that heat along with some bonding stuff could hold it in place. And the second thing I decided I was going to try is I said, well, you know what, let me see if I can find maybe a metal coupling, 3/4 inch metal coupling. So I got the 3/4 inch metal coupling and I stuck it in the hole and I started to turn it. And as I started to turn it, it actually started to thread itself down in there. Just like that. It's going to be a little bit longer, but it looks like I can actually thread that down in there. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to thread it all the way down into the manifold, and I'm going to put some JBL weld on the threads so that once it's down in there, I know it won't come out and they'll stay in there. So I'm just trying to get it so that it'll start getting threaded down in there. Trying to make it actually create threads. Seems to be working pretty well. I'd like to get it to go down further. Take my rusty old needle nose pliers and see if I can spin it down in there further. And it does. and it seems to be going right down and screwing right in. I actually think I won't need to use the JBA weld, possibly. It may be threading itself right in. It looks like it is. It's threaded itself right into there. What more could I ask for? So we'll try that way. Seems to be pretty secure. I'm probably going to put some JB weld on it anyway, just because I'm concerned that once it gets down in there, that thing will not hold strong enough. But I got to do this pretty quick. Just to make sure that once I screw it in, I do not want it to come out. Alright. Let's clear the threads off. Let's take our JBA weld right here. It's going to stick. I don't care about that. So that should do it. So what it does is, this particular type, it's going to blend it, and I'm going to mix it a little bit. I'll put it on the threads of this, and we're going to cap it off. Oops. There we go. We're going to blend this together. That's how it bonds. Let's do a little bit more. Let's put it right there. Make sure it blends properly. All glued up. We're just going to put it on our threads to make sure when I put this down in there that this thing seals. Alright, let's hurry up. We're running out of time. We gotta get this thing down in. Let's get it down in there again. Back where we were. Screw it down in. And we are going to push some of this around the edge a little bit. Doesn't matter now. Try to seal that up. Now, this should work fine. Now, if this doesn't work, the next video you're going to see from me is how to replace an intake manifold on an 02 Mustang. And I'd rather not produce that video. So we're going to let that sit now for probably about 30 minutes and then put our hose back on and wrap it up and make sure it doesn't leak.